This your host, B. Gilbert, coming back with another one at Gold Mines Media. Also, I want to let my staff members out there know you can follow me on Instagram at Average Gentleman, or you could go over to TikTok and follow your boy at Brilliant Bills Wealth. So we ain't got time to play around when you're coming from up under the underground. And today we got another heavy hitting topic. This one is when money changed everything. So the scene that I'm gonna pull from out the cut today is gonna be from the movie Lotto Ticket with Bow Wow. And that one was another subliminal, but also a hidden gem that went over a lot of people's heads. So the reason what made me choose this scene is because, you know, when you coming from the underdeveloped or urban backgrounds, we all have those similar situations where you come across a windfall of money, or you just get into the bag out here. You feel me? So I kind of felt I knew where Calvin was coming from in that scene with him and his partner up on the rooftop. Because although I had many friends, I had some really tight ones. Like we was like this. We was locked in. And sometimes your vision or the things that you might see in a different direction from them will cause y'all to butt heads, even though you got genuine intentions for them and they have genuine intentions for you. But they just see things differently. And sometimes they'll insert themselves into your situation, you know, with your finances or your money. Cause I done had plenty of partners, you know, not that they were pocket watching or trying to belittle or talk down, but they'll just say little slick things to you, and you have to catch them. Like, hold on, bro, who you talking to? I know you ain't talking to boy. Hey, tighten up for real. So it's like the crazy thing is though, man, imagine coming across a lot of money at one time. Like I'm talking about either hundreds of thousands or M2 shoe. Hey, if you gonna reach for the sky, try to grab 10. You feel me? Don't stop at one. Keep it going. I'm trying to get like Rick Ross with 100 M's. But that's neither here nor there. So, like I said, let's get into we're gonna tap into this video, and then I'm not the one that do these reactions and that like the pause, and because I like for you to catch the whole thing in its entirety. So when I reflect on it, you kind of feel, well, I'm coming from by you seeing the scene if you haven't seen the movie. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this scene right here.
Look, I don't see Lorenzo and his boys, so it look like you're safe to go home now.
Safe? You really think we safe? Huh?
Kevin, look, all you gotta do is get through the next day and a half, and we good.
And then what? Huh?
And you get your money.
Is this what having money feels like? Huh? Everybody asking me for something. People I ain't talked to in years calling my phone. I don't want it, man. I heard this quote once. Money don't change you. It changes the people around you. You understand that?
Come on, Kev. I heard this quote too. We quote now. I got this quote. People gonna be people. They gonna lie, they gonna cheat, they gonna steal. As long as you get yours, you keep it moving. So let's go home.
It's not that easy, Denny. It's not.
Kev, how about this? Let me hold on to it for you.
You hold on to what?
The ticket. That case, if Lorenzo catches you, you won't get jacked.
You too. After what I just said to you, and you hit me with this bullshit?
Kev, it ain't even like that.
What you mean, come on, Kev, it ain't like that? It is like that.
Ain't like that.
It is.
You losing it, man.
You got the wrong one, man.
You serious?
I'm dead ass serious.
Kev? I've been your best friend since 5th grade.
Act like it.
Ain't no
Hold
man
on,
will
bro.
let this
Hold on,
money
hold on, hold
compromise
on,
our
hold on. I
friendship.
had to pause there. I'm sorry. I know I talked a lot of trash about not being one of the ones to pause it, but that particular moment when they went backwards and forth and you seen that tension, you saw that, you seen the expressions on their face, that was real, bro. That was real. I'm talking about like, all right, check this. I remember one time, one of me and my closest partners, I ain't gonna say his name, but for those who, you know, they know, I'm talking about locked in now, like this. So, and actually, this was pretty not recent, but a part of my development to me building who I am right now. Even though 7-8 years ago they couldn't see it, but I saw it. So check this. So it was a situation where my partner had, you know, he got the bag, but see, before he would get into the money, I would get into the money, and we both were getting money at the same time. But this particular time, you know, I was on the straight and narrow, trying to go the right way, and I had a lot of, you know, the gold mine. So I had a lot of ideas. I had a lot of plans, and my man's was still, you know, he was doing this thing, dibbling, dabbling out the streets. So, you know, me being a real one, I'm never gonna tell a man what to do and what not to do with his money. That's your money, fam. Who am I to deprive you of who you really want to be? That's not my job. But as your man's, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. So my man, you know, when he come across this bag, you know, I'm on the straight and narrow, so I'm going to work every day. I'm plotting and planning for the success. So make a long story short, my homeboy hit me. He say, bro, I just hit for like a 50 ball. I said, okay, shoot, what's the plan? He said, yeah, man. You know, I just went to the Gucci store and cashed out. So I let him talk, you know, or whatever. And I said, well, you asking me what's the plan, but it seemed like your mind already made up and what you want to do. So again, you know, what's the purpose of me giving you my input when all you doing, it seemed to me, is just bragging? Like, and the reason why he was trying to do it that particular way was because he thought it was going to entice me, or it was going to motivate me to quit what I was doing, the path that I'm on, to go back. And see, the worst part of when you building your foundation, the worst part that most people do, they give up. So I always ask this question right here, because it's a part of the house that we frequent a lot, but nobody really pay no mind to it or show no significant value of that part of the house. And that will be the hallway. See, the hallway is the transition period when you leaving one room going to the next. So I was used to being in the room that my partner was in, you know, clubbing at all times of the night, messing, you know, just dibbling and dabbling, doing a whole bunch of things, just running in circles, and it ain't making sense. So I'm listening to my partner talk. He put his game down, and I see the room that he in, and I'm in the hallway. My homeboy see me in the hallway. This that transitional phase of my life. So, but he respecting it, but he not really respecting it, because he kind of upset that, man, we supposed to be getting this money together, bro. You want to go to these people's job, you want to go to these folks' job, bro, a 9 to 5? Come on, bro. You better than that. All this money out here, and you want to be doing that? So I'm talking about he sending me pictures. He counting the money. And a few times when he did, come across a little something, and I'ma always be grateful for, whatever. So, he'll throw me 1,000, 2,000 here or there or whatever. But check this. So I never really told him my true feelings about his whole narrative. So when my mans wasn't respecting where I was at in the hallway, he closed the door on me. So the room that he was in, that he thought that I was just giving up on, or I ain't really too much care about it no more, he closed the door on me. And it wasn't the fact that I couldn't get access back to that room. I was just waiting for another opportunity to present itself. Because the thing is, when you sitting in that hallway and you waiting in that room for the opportunity to come, guess what? If you go back to what you know best and you close that door behind you, how you gonna know when the room that you was trying to go to or progress to, you ain't never seen the door open? So when my mans closed the door on me, I ain't get mad. I ain't feel no type of way about it. I just knew right then and there that we just didn't align with, to the mutual terms and agreements of our friendship. Slowly separated. And his ego and my ego was colliding. And I ain't talked to my mans in a few years. Like, he kind of in a jam, he in a situation right now. So I always send one up for him, and I always want the best for him. But the path that he went caused him to be in a situation where he at, and where I'm at right now today, I know he probably thinking to himself, man, if I would have really truly got behind bro and seen what he seen, then things probably would have been better off for me and him. But in the moments like that, and see, this is for real. Like this not fabricated. This not no made up situation. This is real life. This real talk. So in this scene right here with Calvin and his man, it kind of differs from my situation, but I felt this situation because if you would have let two egos collide, they probably would have never came back. At the end of the movie, that's why you got to watch the whole movie in its entirety. At the end of the movie, what he genuinely saw that his homeboy had his best interest in this case scenario. But when you coming across a large amount of money like that, man, who can you really trust? You don't know who to trust with that type of money. So let's finish. Let's get back into the clip.
Okay. You can have it. You can have this shit, Kev. You can have the whole thing. I don't want it. I don't want none of this. What you got? I'm up here losing my damn mind, running up and down the streets. For us, Kev. Ain't no us shit. It is us, Kev. Ain't no us. It is us. Ain't no us, nigga. It's everybody over there. What you talking about? It's everybody. You ain't in my shoes, so you don't know what it feels like. Look at this. Look at this. Look at us. Kev, I'm not looking over there, man. Look at our circumstances, man. Look where we from. I'm tired of this, man. I'm sick of worrying about whip cars. I'm sick of worrying about the government. I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that.
I gotta pause that again,
Nobody
bro.
else. You.
Real touching, bro. Because everything I ever did, it wasn't for me. It was for us. I was running myself crazy trying to provide and take care of people that didn't genuinely see my angle or my perspective. And a lot of times from family, friends, you get taken for granted, bro. You get taken for granted. So, imagine getting a life-changing amount of money, and your biggest problem isn't spending it, it's just trying to survive everyone that's around you. Because you know that saying, oh, money don't change you, it changes the people around you. And to some extent, that is true. But when you do get the money just make you more who you are too. That's why I say, who am I to deprive you or who you really want to be? So with two best friends and one of them come across some money and the other one, he right there with him, like from when they both started with nothing or had nothing, you will sometimes tend to think not that it's yours, but whatever I got, you got. So I'm saying, if it was me, that type of money, especially where I'm at now, man, you gotta give yourself some time before you can even let people know, well, what type of money. You can't even really let people know you got the money, because they already planning the scheme on it anyway. That's when, especially when you get that, hey, I need help. Don't forget about me. You know, I was with you. I was with you when you ain't had nothing. Oh man, you go to looking at them like, man, what you talking about? Especially the ones that want to try to talk down on you, like, oh yeah, boy, you changing up. Oh yeah, bro, you let that little money get to your head. Come on, bro. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, you would want somebody to respect your decisions. This your bread. This your bread, bro. How you gonna get mad because this how I'm coming, this how I'm stepping about my money? And you ever notice, every time when you do get some money or somebody borrows some money from you, they always hit you with the love. Come on, bro. You ain't gotta put love in front of it, no matter whatever the amount is, because you the one asking. So stepping in, trying to organize things and talking to people and making decisions, it's almost like you set up then in the environment, you set up to lose, because you got people watching. You don't know who want to rob you. You don't know, if people got good intentions towards your windfall or your big break. And I know that deep down, he really just wanted to protect his friend, and the same vice versa for me. And I'm not saying that my mans didn't want to, look out for me or help out. So I'm going to end this on this note right here. Sometimes people don't realize when money shows up, it doesn't just test you, it tests everybody around you. And loyalty get blurry when intentions get mixed. So is your loyalty to your friend or to the money, or do you feel that you will lose yourself coming across some money like that? Life-changing money. I ain't talking about a couple of dollars, I'm talking about life-changing money or a big windfall. And if you do, just be logical with it, bro, because all money is just a tool. And if you worship that money gonna become your master. And that means you're gonna be the slave to it. So remember, the seeds of your thoughts gonna make your decisions. And your decisions gonna turn to habits. And then them habits gonna shape your outcome. Stay goal-minded.
Kevin, if I had the money, not only will I give back, I would change lives. The sad thing is, you know me for this long, and you still don't get it. Bust the move, homie.